Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to 2021, the first episode of WWW. You're probably saying, what is WWW? Well, the screen says Win with Willie. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the best year yet. Come on now, this has got to be your best year. Have that type of positive stance that this is your best year. My Facebook family, I need you to like. I need you to make comments. I need you to share this live broadcast on your Facebook page. Okay, let's say that one more time so you get this. I need you to like it. I need you to make comments and I need you to share this live broadcast on your Facebook page. My focus is that we all become rivers and not reservoirs, that we share this broadcast, allow it to flow around the world, allow it to flow around the country. So get out there and make sure you like and make sure you share. Okay, make sure you like it, make sure you share this broadcast around the world. Don't keep it to yourself. So tonight's show it's about setting the stage of where we're going to go, developing a roadmap of where we're going to grow together. You notice I'm moving the word go, which is go, but we are going to grow together. Thank you, Reggie and Mary Brown. Thank you guys for watching with me and appreciate that. Please make sure you like and share this broadcast. Reggie Buckles, my nephew-in-laws from Kansas City, Missouri. Make sure you share this with other folks as well. So make sure that we are going to grow together for the next, let me say it this way. We're going to be together for a few months. So I'm asking you to take a personal growth journey with me for the next few months. There's Richard Shively. Thank you for watching, Richard Shively. Appreciate that. Appreciate the folks coming in because we are better together. There's Mr. Kendrick. Thank you, Mr. Kendrick, for watching, sir. Appreciate you coming in from around the Illinois area. Appreciate that. And my Army veteran buddy, thank you, Kendrick. Thank you for sharing and joining in with me tonight. We are better together. So you grow, I grow. So I want to grow. So I need you to grow because we're going to grow together. So during our growth journey, we're going to talk about a few things. I'm just going to give you a foundation of where we're going to go in the next few months. And I did say months, so I want you to hang in there with me. So are you liking? Are you sharing? Or you are make sure that you're making comments? And literally, we're going to grow together. So let me give you an idea. And so then I'm going to give you the text where it's coming from. I want to set the stage of where we're going to go in the next few months. Tonight, we're going to talk about the law of intentionality. And then eventually, because the law of intentionality says growth doesn't just happen. Then we're going to talk about eventually, not this week, but tune in next week. We're going to talk about the law of awareness. And law of awareness states this: you must know yourself to grow yourself. The law of the mirror: you must see value in yourself to add value to yourself. The law of reflection: learning to pause allows growth to catch up with you. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll dive into it. The law of consistency: I like this one. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. Oh, I love that one because we get motivated, we lose our motivation. We're going to dive into that. So you got to come back weekly to make sure you understand that. And the law of environment: growth thrives in conducive surroundings. Hello there, Linus Peller, my class of 76 from Carthage High School. I'm dating myself with Brother Linus on the call with me. So glad to have you. The law of design: to maximize growth, we have to develop strategies. You do a roadmap when you plan your vacation. You decide how you're going to get there. So you need to decide how you're going to grow. The law of the pain: good management of bad experiences leads to great growth. I taught on that a while back for a prayer conference, the law of the pain, because right now we're dealing with a lot of pain, but we can grow out of that. That law of good management of bad experiences can lead to great growth. How about the law of the ladder? Character growth determines the height of my personal growth. Character growth determines the heights of my personal growth. How about this one? Oh, I love this one too. I love them all, but it just, obviously some just resonate with me more. The law of the rubber band. Growth stops when you lose the tension between where you are and where you could be. Rubber band has a purpose. How about this one? Oh my goodness. Hey, the law of the trade-off. You have to give up to grow up. You have to give up some things. You want to grow. You have to give up some things. How about the law of the modeling? And I spent a lot of time with modeling, being mentors and having mentees in my life. It's hard to improve when you have no one but yourself to follow. So you got to have a model out there. The law of expansion. Growth always increases your capacity. The law of contribution. Always the law of contribution. Growing yourself enables you to grow others. I always like to, that one resonates with me as well, because I can't give what I don't have. If I'm not growing myself, how can I help someone else grow? So we always got to be growing ourselves. Yes, I'm talking about John Maxwell book, The 15th Invaluable Laws of Growth. I give this book to high school seniors. I do. I give this book to high school seniors when they graduate high school. And I give it to others as well. It's part of my giveaway text that I give out, because I want everyone to add value to themselves so they can add value to others. I want them to grow, because we are placed on this earth to serve others, but we have to grow ourselves to grow others. And occasionally, I might invite someone else to be on this call with me to add value, to help me facilitate a particular topic. And so they can share their experience out of their growth journey, because I want to talk about that in a minute. I want to ask you a particular question. You don't have to give an answer tonight, but I want you to be prepared to have an answer, even in the chat room or inside of the Facebook comments, what you're doing. So let me challenge you right now. If you're close to a pen or a piece of paper, I at least want you to take some notes down tonight, just something that resonates with you. But let me challenge you right now. Get that notepad out, get that pen out, and also make sure you like, make sure you make comments, and make sure you share this broadcast with your sphere of influence. Don't keep it to yourself. Become that river. Don't hold it to yourself. So the first one I want to talk about tonight, and I'm not going to be here very long. As the preacher would say, I'm going to be closing shortly, but I'm going to give you a couple of things first, because I want to set the table so that way you come back week after week after week, and then bring your friends, invite them to come back week after week after week. That way they can grow, because you investing in you and you sharing with them. You want to invest in them because you want them to grow around you. If you're the grandparent, bring your grandchildren. If you're the teacher, invite your students. They can be at home. This is virtual, so it's Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Absolutely. Hello, Wanda Moore, Dr. Wanda Moore from Longview, Texas. She's also a University of Phoenix faculty as well. She and I have done collaborations together. We teach together for the University of Phoenix. So thank you, Dr. Moore. Grew up in my backyard in Longview, Texas, because I grew up in Carthage, Texas. That's where my classmate Linus Pelham is from. So I want to get you excited about this topic of growing, adding value to yourself. So I'm going to give you a couple of tidbits tonight to talk about that. And I can start out with this question. Oh, I've been asked this question before, and it took me by surprise. I have to admit, it took me by surprise. But I talk about this particular question quite a bit right now. Do you have a personal growth plan? And I'm sure some of you on this call right now listening in say, what, Jeff, Willie, what are you talking about? A personal growth plan? Absolutely. Because if you don't have a personal growth plan, you're not growing. You're not being intentional about growing. You're not being focused on growing. Let me tell you something. I don't mean to share my age. I don't like doing that, but I am still growing. I'm above the soil, and I need to be growing so I can add value. Until the Lord called me home, I still should be growing myself and adding value to others. So I'm just going to give you a couple things that sometimes prevent us from growing. And I've been there. We all have been there. We all can raise our right hand and say we have been there before. Absolutely. Couple today. That's quite in this chapter. In the first chapter, the law of intentionality. You have to be intentional about your growth. It has to be systematic. I played football. I ran track. I played football with Linus Pelham in high school. He was the star. I was the bench warmer, but we were on the same team. And he practiced diligently. He practiced consistently. He had a coach to encourage him. And I ran track. That was my thing. That was my thing. I loved it. But I had a coach that encouraged me to work out every day. And so what am I saying about your personal growth plan? You got to work at it every day. You have to be intentional every day. You have to get good. Thank you, Diane. Good to see you, Diane. Welcome. Absolutely. Thanks for watching me as well. Yes, still growing, Diane. Absolutely, man. Thanks for making the comments. Let me give you a couple that sometimes prevents us from growing. So I want to get this format set tonight, this template set tonight, so you know what prevents us from growing. And then when you tune in next week, you know how to start growing. But I want to challenge you with this one. The assumption gap. Because I have birthdays, we assume that we're growing. No, I'm just having birthdays. I'm probably getting older, but am I really growing? Because the brain is malleable. It's a muscle. You have to exercise it. You have to consistently be adding to that. Always adding to your growth. Reading, studying, crossword puzzles, chess. I have to admit, I have a 6-year-old grandson, and he is starting chess. And by him playing chess at 6 years old, his pawpaw, me, bought a chess set. So eventually, when we get through this COVID-19 and my little grandson is back in my house hanging around my kitchen table, the chess set will be out and his pawpaw will be playing chess, challenging the brain, getting the brain to grow, putting those 1,000-piece puzzles together. So you can't assume that you're going to grow. But most people make the assumption, and I'm around people that are my age, and I'm not dating myself, but I'm around men and women that are my age that grew up in Carthage, Texas, class of 76, even younger. And I'm talking to them sometimes, and they'll make a statement. Man, I'm not going back to school. I don't need that. Why do I need that? These young folks should get it on their own. No, they're looking for us to be role models. They're looking for us to be mentors. We need to take our wisdom and keep adding. We inspire others around us. I tell leaders all the time, if you're not growing, your organization is not growing. I'm talking leaders from every organization, whether it be in the hospital, whether it be in the business, whether it be in the church, whether it be in the school, whether it be entrepreneurs. If they're not growing, the people that they have influence over are not growing. So you have to be intentional. That's number one. I'm going to give you two more, and I'm going to stop for tonight because I want you to be hungry to come back next week. How about the knowledge gap? I just don't know how to grow. Yes, I've been there. And I have to admit, 25 and a half years in the Air Force, we spent a lot of time going to professional development and leadership training. And it was set that way. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? And Carolyn, good to see you, Carolyn. All my great folks from around East Texas. I'm glad you guys are part of this. Please like and add your comments and share this. But that's part of doing that personal growth plan where you lay out a roadmap of growing. You have to develop a roadmap for growing. That's things that I do every day. Adding value to my physical body, to my health, and to my mind every day. So you have to make an intentionality, and you have to have a way. And then sometimes you need that coach to help you grow. I am coaching, life coaching and leadership coaching, several men and women, several pastors right now that I'm coaching. I had a coaching consultation with a young man from Chicago, Illinois yesterday, 27 years of age, a high school dropout, looking for a life coach because he wants to better himself. He wants to be a better father. He wants to be a better husband. He wants to be a better employee. He wants to be a better citizen. And he don't know how, so he's asking me to help him with that. And I want to partner with him to help him grow. And this one, the number 3 for tonight, and I'm going to close it out and give you some few things, and I'm going to give you some assignments and homeworks. But the timing gap is not the right time to begin. Well, I asked the question, when is it the right time to begin? When is it the right time to begin? I can't answer that. But don't ask me, I'll give you an answer, because I'll say now. I'll say right now. Sit down, come out with a plan, get involved in book clubs, get involved in reading self-development books, doing things to add value to yourself. I'm going to give you a free resource tonight to help you with that. I'm going to allow you to participate in a free resource I'm going to share with you tonight before I close this session out, because I value you. I value you enough to make resources available for us to grow. That's why you are important to me. One of those aspects of intentional growth, one of those 15th invaluable laws talks about the law of the mirror. Oh my goodness. And sometimes because we don't see value in ourselves, we tend not to invest in ourselves. But if you're not willing to invest in you, you basically telling me what value I should place on you. So you must invest in yourself. Hey, Charcy is watching. Thanks, Charcy, my sister-in-law. Tremaine, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, make comments, and share this as well. So the 15th invaluable laws of growth, they are significant. If you have time, I suggest you Google that book, maybe go to Amazon and buy that book and start going through a chapter a month. It's 15 chapters. Or you can speed read, but start applying some of the principles in that chapter. To intentionality, the law of the mirror, the law of awareness. I like the law of awareness. I do a lot of DISC assessments, impact reports to help people understand their learning style, their values, and how they're wired and how they communicate with themselves and how they communicate with others. Because a law of awareness states you need to know yourself to grow yourself. And all my clients, before I start the relationship or the partnership on my coaching clients, the first thing I do is to give them that DISC assessment. Whether it be a growth assessment, whether it be a communication assessment, whether it be a personality profile assessment. But we start with that assessment. You need to know yourself. And those assessments allow you to reveal those blind spots that you weren't aware of. They are there. And that assessment gives us a roadmap, a talking points. I need to know who I'm working with. That's the focus of that assessment. Help you understand yourself. You need to know yourself to grow yourself. So here we are. So that's where we're going to go. Let me give you a couple of those chapters again so you have some idea where we're going to go. Just as a reminder, as a refresher, so you know, because I want you to join in with me. We might even touch bases on the law of intentionality one more time. We never know. I might want to dive into that chapter again next week, just for quick tidbits. But I want you to be part of this process where I want you to invest in that book, A 15th Invaluable Laws of Growth. Hey, Diane, how you doing? There you are again as well. And then, of course, the law of awareness, the law of the mirror, the law of reflection, the law of consistency, the law of the environment, the law of design, the law of pain, the law of the ladder, the law of the rubber band, the law of trade-offs, the law of curiosity, the law of modeling, the law of expansion, and the law of contribution. Come back every week. Invite others to come back with you as well. Let's get on this personal growth journey together. I call it, get your notepad out, open your mind, get ready, set, grow. Now, I want to share with you this free resource that I have for you, and I want you to join my book club. Let me give you the link to my book club, and I want you to take a look at that. Let's pull up the link right quick to my book club. That's the link to my book club. I got resources there for you to join my book club. If you can't remember book club, just go to jeffwillie.com/book club. And there it is. And you'll see on the menu bar where it says book club, but that's my website as well, jeffwillie.com. And if you need to reach out to me via email, just reach out to jeff@jeffwillie.com. I would love to have your feedback. I love to have your emails and talk to me via email. And of course, obviously, you can go to my website directly and look at the resources on there as well, the different things that I have to offer to add value to your life. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. Come back with me and let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get set and grow. See you next week, same time, same place. Be blessed and have a wonderful Sunday and the rest of next week as well.